Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. For one, I'm not going to look at the camera too much because I'm just soaking up this sun. It is the middle of February and it is 60 degrees and it feels so good. The sun is so strong. It feels like it's maybe 75 or something sitting in this sun. And I just can't bring myself to go inside. I don't want to sit in the room and sit on a camera. So I'm doing this very informally. And today I want to talk about something that happened yesterday. And before I go into what the topic of today's video is, I have to talk about yoga a little bit and this misconception that we have about yoga. And we believe yoga to be the physical practice, which is actually known as asana, the physical practice where you see someone doing back bends or handstands or, different poses. That is called asana. That is the physical practice of yoga. But yoga is a philosophy, a way of life. It's an understanding of yourself, of others, letting go of attachments. And to be a yogi is to live the philosophies of yoga, not so much, of course the physical aspect is a practice of it, it's a piece of it, but yoga is so much more than what we in Western society believe it to be. That's just relevant for the story I'm going to tell, because I'm going to tell a story about an asana practice I was at yesterday. And I think it's also relevant to note, I live on Long Island. I live in Nassau County, which is one of the wealthiest counties in the United States. And this is not always, so don't jump down my throat if this isn't you. But oftentimes with financial excess comes moral poverty. And again, it's not always, but you will see certain lack of moral traits with people who have excess of wealth, financial wealth. It becomes apparent when you go to my gym because there's just a level of entitlement and audacity, as I like to say, that just, it happens. So I'm in surrender yoga. It's a yin practice. It's very meditative. It's very slow. You're meant to go into this practice, this physical practice, also with your mental, and you're meant to relax and restore and find peace of self, peace of mind, peace of your body. It's really a full practice for your mind, body, and your soul. And when the class was just about to begin, the teacher said, "Hey everyone, if you have your phone in here, you can either put it in one of the cubbies outside, or you can put it on Do Not Disturb." And about 10-15 minutes into the practice, someone's phone went off, and bing. And the teacher said, "Hey, if that's your phone, can you please put it on silent?" And a few minutes later, bing. And again, the teacher said, "If that's your phone, can you put it on silent?" And they didn't. And again, that just goes to a certain level of entitlement, right? But at the end of the day, we practice yoga because all we can do is control ourselves and our reactions to things. We don't have control over the entire world around us. We don't have control over someone putting their phone on silent or not. And, let's say we're in there practicing our restorative meditative yoga and there's a car accident close by. We can't tell the police officers and the ambulance drivers to silence their sirens because we're practicing restorative yoga. We have to learn to silence the external with our mind and to not let it bother us, to know that we can't control everything that's going on around us. We can only control our reactions to it. And as the class went on, this person, I don't know, someone must have been either upset or just looking for an answer. Bing, bing, bing. It just kept going off. And the teacher even said, "Listen, I'm not going to be upset with you, but can you please just turn your phone off?" And they didn't. And the teacher said, "Well, Now we're practicing yoga. Maybe it's an angel giving us a sign. And it got to a point where for me, it was funny. And for my friend who is practicing next to me, it was funny for her as well. And we had a good chuckle about it in the middle of class. And now we became part of that which the others can't control, right? You can't control that these two women in class are going to start hysterically laughing in the middle of class at something that maybe isn't funny to you. Maybe for some people it was just annoying. Like, hey, like, turn your phone off. That's annoying. For me, it was funny because I thought about it on the second chime, the audacity to let your phone chime a second time after the first time. But then by the 20th or 30th, I couldn't contain myself anymore. And I was hysterically laughing. And, the people around me couldn't control that I was laughing any more than they could control the phone. And when the practice was over, many of us had a good laugh about it, but there was one woman in particular who was livid. She was pissed off. She was so angry, and she went off. She wanted the person to know that she was angry and that they stole her peace. And she said she came to this class to relax. Now she's leaving even more tense than when she came here. But at the end of the day, that person's phone didn't steal that woman's peace. That woman gave her peace away to that person's phone. She chose to let that phone bother her. And she chose to surrender her relaxation to a phone chime. And when you think about it, it's kind of sad for that one woman to let something as small as a phone chime take away your peace of mind. Or actually, no, it doesn't take it away. She chose to give her peace to that sound. Just what I want to talk about today is just putting that question out there. What are you giving your peace away to? And what are you allowing to take away your peace? Is it worth it? Is it something you can control? Because we can't control someone's phone going off, but we can control how we react to it. And that's really all I have to say today. I just wanted to put that little pondering in your mind. I hope you're out enjoying the weather, if the weather is enjoyable where you are. My name is Jackie. I am at Jackie is Alive on all social medias if you want to find me. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, I would love to have some discourse. I like a little debate. Feel free to drop a comment below. We can have a conversation. I post new videos every week, so don't forget to click subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.